Summer, some 350,000 UPS workers could walk off the job, making it the largest US strike in the 21st century.
What's going on with the truckers? Welcome to Muthatrucker News. I've had so many family members and actually a lot of truck drivers asking me about this UPS strike. If you haven't heard about this, contracts are going to be over in August, and back in 1997, they had one of the biggest strikes and over 120,000 members got the job done in 9 days. Now they're back at it again. During COVID, they felt like they were overworked. UPS made a whole bunch of money, and now 340,000 UPS workers feel like it's time for better pay.
Hold up your signs. Are we Teamsters? Teamsters! Teamsters! Teamsters!
So, here you can see that there are 340,000 workers that want better pay on this. And from that, if you look at the safer score, over 128,000 are truck drivers. So, mother truckers, I got to say that if this happens, it's going to hurt and it's going to affect America more than you think it will. So, UPS would be smart to make a deal, you would think. Right now, Sean O'Brien is actually the president of the Teamsters, and he says the day for voting is actually June 16th, which is this upcoming Friday.
This company is having record profits, and they're treating our members like shit. And look, we've made it clear that we will not be working beyond August 1st without a contract. Now everybody says the International Union, Sean O'Brien, Fred Zuckerman, Victor Maneros wants to strike UPS. And they always ask us when we're doing media, do you want to strike UPS? I said, you should ask UPS that question because they are going to be responsible if a strike happens. We got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of work to do. We got to eliminate 22/4s, eliminate PVDs. We got to take care. We've got to take care of the part-timers. We got to take care of the long-term part-timers.
So, with that said, he's going across the nation to all the local Teamsters, and he is rallying people up. And they are ready to strike if need be. Now, here's the thing. If you look on TikTok, and I was trying to find drivers and what they thought about it, and really they're a little bit out of the loop too. One driver says, if he has to, he will be a part of this. And he says that there are going to be some that are still going to try and work, and those ones will get kicked out of the union. But yeah, he actually is out of the light just as much as everybody else is.
This is the number $1 million question. Are we going to strike in August? And simply put, nobody knows. Sean O'Hare says, look, come August 1st, if we don't have a fair contract, this is what we're going to have to do. Carol Tomey, the CEO of UPS, says in interviews that she's confident that they can strike a deal by July 31st. So really we'll see what happens. But I can tell you that there's guys on this app, at least, that absolutely cannot wait to strike, or at least according to what they say. They can't wait to strike. I don't know why, but they can't wait. But then there's guys in the middle who just want a fair contract and want to keep working. And that's where I fall in line. I don't want to strike. I want to keep working, and hopefully we can figure something out. And then there's guys that, if need be, will cross the picket line to go to work. And if that happens, then simply put, they get kicked out of the union, or they got to pay a fine. But we'll see.
But if this happens, this will be the biggest strike in American history. So, mud truckers, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. But yeah, this voting starts June 16th, and we'll know. And the number one thing they want, of course, better pay. So, at the end of the day, tell me what you think about that.
Brothers and sisters, and this is what we do here in Boston. Thank you so much for coming out today. If you look around, it's not just UPS. All the tough guys are in the window watching us right now. It's not UPS. This is Local 25 and the International Brotherhood of Teamsters taking on this company. There's one thing that we do better than anybody else in this country. And let's stick together, brothers and sisters. We are united more than we have ever been before. And that's what we're going to do to win this fight. Brothers and sisters, they create, train, they make bullies. And I'll tell you what we do to bullies in Boston. We eat bullies for breakfast, so get ready, UPS. Brothers and sisters, I get the opportunity today to introduce one of my best friends, but one of the greatest leaders I've ever seen in this union. We all know him, we all love him. He has made changes already in the first 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. It's happening like you've never seen before with the IBT. This guy is changing the country. He's changing the labor movement because of his fortitude. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our General President, Sean M. O'Brien.
One thing's clear is that Tommy Murray is truly the tight president with this sound system, and I apologize for that. We're gonna get him a new one. Look, I appreciate the opportunity to be here. You guys got one of the best labor leaders to run Local 25 right now, Tom Murray. Let's hear it for Tom Murray. I want to thank the executive board, the agency office, and staff of Local 25. It by far is the best local union in the entire country, and I couldn't think of a better place to have our kickoff rally right back in South Boston, so thank you. Now, we are 365 days away from a potential strike. We're 365 days away from negotiating, I think, the best contract that we possibly can. There's two choices. Either we get the best contract, or we put this company on the street and set the example for the entire labor movement. And everybody's watching. Everybody's watching. Today, it's the 25th anniversary of the 1997 strike. Now, many people weren't here when that strike happened. I was, and many of you were. And look, a strike is a last option. However, when you have companies making record profits during a pandemic, when their profits kept going up and our wages keep going down, that's a problem. It's time to make certain that all these white-collar crime syndicates, corporate America, understand that they don't get goods and services unless Teamsters are providing those goods and services. That's why we're here today. Now look, it's been almost 140 days since we've been in office. And we wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the support of the rank and file members right here. UPS South Boston has been one of the strongest supporters of change in this union, and we needed change. Change was necessary because we were babysitting this organization. We weren't fighting for strong contracts. In 140 days, and my brothers over here from DHL will be having a two-man committee and ratification soon. They're going to have the largest contract that's ever been at DHL. Car haul. We got 9% increases every single year. Got the best benefits moving forward. We got American Red Cross ratified 93%. Jason Lopes is a lead negotiator right out of Local 25. So we are on fire, setting the tone for not only the Teamsters, but the entire labor movement. We've got John Murphy, who's the head of the freight division. 20 days into our administration, we almost shut down Holland Transportation because they were subcontracting our work. They have not subcontracted anything now. That's what strong leadership is about. But that leadership's only possible when we get the support of the rank and file members. And the best part about this UPS agreement is that because of the change, because of the convention last year and you supporting us to make that change, this negotiation is going to be different than any. There's going to be rank and file members sitting at the negotiating table with us, making certain we understand what is needed to happen to make this the most successful contract. And there's two purposes for it. One is we're going to make sure we set the tone for the entire country. Two, we need a contract that we can take to these Amazon workers, because that's the biggest threat to our UPSs, our DHLs out there. And we take that contract and we show these workers who are not organized, who are getting tortured every day in the workplace, we show them what it is to work under a union contract, a strong union contract, the best contract in the industry. So failure is not an option. Now look, we got many issues at UPS. We got many issues. UPS is made up of about 67% part-timers. And you know that fight for $15 per hour doesn't work anymore. We need to make certain that our UPS part-timers start out at $20 an hour, but more importantly, take care of the people that have been here a long time, not making $20 an hour. We need to raise the part-time rate of pay.